Hi everyone, it's Amy from Design by Amy, and I'm here today with my grandma, and we're going to do some pickling today. It's a Middle Eastern pickling that we're going to do, so hope you guys enjoy this video. She's going to basically teach me how to do it so I could do it in the future. Okay, so first we're going to basically prepare all the vegetables. So right now what we're doing is she's basically getting the cauliflower ready. And then she's just cutting off the leaves and, you know, going to chop them up into little pieces. With cauliflower, you shouldn't wash it when you're doing pickling because there's an enzyme that's in it, the cauliflower, and also cabbage. There's an enzyme in it, so if you wash it, basically the pickling will get ruined and it will go bad really easily. So we don't wash it. Anyway, this one comes packaged where there's like a seal on it, so we just take that off and then we take off the leaves of it, and so it's clean. And with the cabbage, what we do is we actually remove the first layer or 2 layers on it, but again, you don't rinse it or put any water at this, or else again it will go bad in the pickling jar and then you can't eat it. So make sure they're dry. But the rest of the vegetables you can go ahead and wash, and also the spices. So right now she's just preparing it and then slowly throwing it. She's slowly throwing it in a little container. This is a plastic container and it has a lid like this, which you can seal it and then leave it so it gets pickled basically. So we're just going to prepare the vegetables right now.
Okay, so for the vegetables, you're going to go ahead and chop everything up and put it in different layers and mixed layers. So first we're doing the cabbage, and you just have to take off the big chunky ends right there, the little hard ends, and then you just slice it in half and then chop it up into little sections like how you're going to see. And we're going to do the same thing with that, and then you're going to do the same thing with the cauliflower, just chop it up into little pieces. And you're going to put the carrots the same way, just chop it up. Those are serrano peppers with the seed. Just be careful you don't burn your fingers. They are, if you're not able to handle them, wear gloves. But we put about 3 peppers, and then in different layers. So it's the cauliflower, and then there's the carrots. We used about, I think about 10 to 15 carrots, depends how much you like. And garlic, we used about 10 cloves, just chop it like that. And that's a dill stem, so we don't use the actual dill, it's just the stems of it. So the dill we used for other things, but we did put the stems in there. So that's about 10 stems that we put in there. And then celery stalks, about 3 to 4 stalks, I would say, that you use. So just chop up all the vegetables and put it in there in sections, in the different sections. I will have the ingredients all in the down bar below so you guys can see. And then we also use some tarragon, so you use 2 pieces per level to fill it up like that.
Once you get all the vegetables cut up and ready and you put it into the container and you mix them up, obviously you put them in different sections, a little bit of this, a little bit of that, and in between you do the spices, which is tarragon. And you can also use what was it?
Biber or cadafsa.
No, what was the thing? See the
Cilantro Seed.
Oh, okay. You can also use
Kish masapstik talme chai kadar. Little.
Okay, so you sometimes you can do a little bit of cilantro seed in there as well for flavor, and obviously garlic, we crush it and chop it into like little slices. And then there's also some serrano peppers that we did keep the seeds in there. How spicy you want it all depends on you. So we put 2 in there. So yeah, so that's pretty much it for what you put in here. And then now we're gonna do the water that's gonna go into here. Like a teaspoon of cilantro seed. So now we're gonna put in the water. It's gonna be 5 cups. You said 5 cups?
5 cups.
Regular, just water, clean water. Cold water. So 5 cups of cold water, 3 tablespoons of salt goes into the water. That's in the mixture. So now you stir the salt and the water. You can also add a little bit of vinegar. Some people like the taste of vinegar in pickled stuff. Some people don't. You don't have to. How much vinegar?
Make sure
Okay, so if you do want to add some vinegar in there, you can add a 4th cup of vinegar, a 3rd or a 4th cup of vinegar in there, but you don't have to. So it all depends on your taste if you'd like your pickled vegetables. So don't think that you have to always add vinegar in pickled vegetables. So now you're going to add the cold salt water into the container.
خب دیمالینا երկու բաժարը նորից լցրու
So we ended up adding 2 more cups of water. So it's total of 7 cups of water and 5 tablespoons of salt mixture. And then you poured it in there. Depends on how big your container is. We pretty much want to fill it the whole container up. So there's a little bit of space left. So what we're going to add is we're going to add white vinegar. So this is just white vinegar. It's about a 1/4 cup of white vinegar on top of it. So
հետո էսպիտի ամեն օր մի քանի օր հայ մի բանը հուկ տաս դետացած
Okay.
որ չփչանա
So this will stay outside in a cool place. So not hot and doesn't have to go in the fridge. So just in a corner of a room or somewhere cool. And what you do is every day you open it and you push it down with, you can use a wooden spoon or whatever. You can just push it down, the items, and the water comes up. So basically this kind of cooks itself within it. Basically with everything that's in it. So what happens is, so every couple of days you open it and you press it down with like for a few days you only do this. You keep pressing it down with like a wooden spatula or something, and what happens is the water comes up a little, so it starts bubbling because it's actually cooking it. So it starts bubbling a little bit, not like how a boiling water would be on a pot, but just a little bit bubbling. When it starts to do that, then so when it's ready, when it starts to bubble, so the water will slowly come up. Once it reaches the top, because there's a little space you can see that we left without water, it's just vegetables. So it'll continue to cook and bubble inside itself. And once the water reaches to the top and it starts to bubble, and it stops, then at that point you put it in the fridge. So that means it's ready to be in the fridge. So then you leave it in the fridge. Ishkan? But it's at the end of the night. So once it's in the fridge, you leave it for like a day. Basically it gets cold, then it's ready, you can eat it. So always leave it in the fridge to open it and take it out, but it is considered ready. Also, always use a clean spoon or whatever to get the vegetables out when it is pickled, because you don't want to ever mix any kind of oils or anything like that in it. So, but yeah, so that's pretty much the pickling. So thank you, my grandma, my lovely grandma, for being in this video and joining us. So thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Say bye.
Bye.
Bye.